Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of the PaisanoCast. Today, we are going to be finishing up our journey on ranking every single Mario game in the entire series, all the way from the Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch, and last time we left off, what game did we do? I
My
don't remember.
1002, I think. I don't know.
I don't really remember, but whatever. We're going to the next one. We're just starting it right off the bat. Actually, wait, I do have some stuff to say. If you enjoyed our series so far, make sure you please subscribe to our channel. Really, it means a lot if you do. And check out our gaming channel if you haven't already, unless you have come from there already, but probably most likely. But we also have a Spotify podcast up. If you want just a visual component to listen to, you can go to the PaisanoCast on the Spotify app or website, one of the two, and follow us there. But anyway, we're going in hot, we're going in hard, starting with Super Mario Land 2 Golden Coins. What do you think? Have you played this one?
No,
No. I
not
haven't
played that
finished it,
one.
but from what I've heard, it's pretty good. I've played a good amount of it. I've probably played World 1 countless of times. I've never gotten past, like, World 4. But it's, in my opinion, the definitive way to play a Mario game, a 2D Mario game on handheld. It's very enjoyable. It seems bland on paper, but it has so much personality compared to the first Super Mario Land game. And it's honestly very underrated. It's a forgettable Mario game, but it's a shame because it's definitely a good time. So,
Yeah,
I would rank it around. I'd rank it above the Mario parties, but below Paper Mario and Mario Kart 8. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking that. Okay. Yeah, 8 tier. Okay, great.
I
Next up,
cannot
we got
agree
Super
more.
Mario 64 DS, the DS port of Super Mario 64, and in my opinion, the true sequel to Mario 64. Have you tried out this one?
Yes, I actually have played this game. It was fun.
Anything? Is it memorable to you?
Yeah, it's kind of memorable.
I this was my first 3D Mario game. I had this on the DSi, and it just works. It's, in my opinion, it
Like,
would be the definitive way to play Mario 64 if it didn't come out on the DS. I'm happy in some ways that it came out on the DS, but I'm also kind of angry and upset that it came out on the DS because the D-pad does not allow for great movement in a 3D environment. It doesn't really work well, and don't say that the 3DS circle pad helps, because it doesn't. If you play this on a 3DS, you're still going to get that same movement if you were playing on a normal DS. It doesn't change it. But it might feel good on your fingers, but it doesn't work any well. And for a game that has only one thing wrong with it, it wouldn't be ranked lower for me in my book if it wasn't the controls that were the problem with this game.
yep.
So, I did like the amount of stuff they added. I liked the mini games they added. The new rooms that they added. The characters was cool. Actually having Luigi in a Mario 64 game was awesome. Where would you rank this?
Well, I have never played through the whole game, but I had a quite good time. Only problem was the controls, but I got used to it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game.
So, what would you compare it to, like, on this list that we have up here so far?
Well, it's for me, it's around Mario Party, like maybe below.
So, like, B
But
tier,
that's
you're
most
saying?
my part. Yeah, BT around that.
I'd put it between Mario Kart 64 and Mario Bros. Wii. I think it's better than Mario Bros. Wii by a long shot, but I don't think it's as... I don't think they really... I mean, I guess you could say they tried... You know what? Yeah, I'll put it above Home Circuit. I don't even know why this is even considered a game, but whatever. Yeah, Mario 64 DS, we got that in B tier. Next up, we got Super Mario 3D Land for the Nintendo 3DS system as a launch title. I'll let you talk about this one because I'm gonna tear this game apart in a second.
Well, I have not I have played the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly bad. It's fine. It's like DC
Yeah,
around there
I
for
would go around
me,
there
but
too. If I wanted to be super critical, I would at least put it high E, but it's not that bad. The post game is the best in any Mario game. There's 8 special worlds, and every other level in the special worlds are either remixes that actually make the levels a lot more enjoyable, or like completely new levels that we really could have seen throughout the original part of the game. Um, and it can be very difficult at times, especially with the control scheme. But it's just not memorable. I think there's only one level that I remember vividly in my mind, and that's the clock tower level in World 7. Because the
and
music in that, the background, it actually tried to do something creative, and it just felt like a bunch of random user-created levels. It almost felt like, this is the perfect analogy, it almost felt like a more buffed out endless mode in Super Mario Maker, or the 100 Mario Challenge, something like that. That's what this felt like, being on the world map, just seeing the random barrage of levels. Like, the world map shows, like, you know, grasslands, desert, and then water, but there's only one level in all these worlds that actually contribute to the theme that they're placed in. Like, World 4 is supposed to be this, like, jungle. There's only one level that actually has, like, trees and grass, even. And it just shows that it felt like just a cash grab. It felt like something that would save the 3DS because it was struggling at the time, and that's really all it felt like to me. Because we were straight out of Galaxy 2, and going from Galaxy 2 to this game was super underwhelming. And I just don't see, other than nostalgia, zero replayability.
understandable.
What's your experience with the game? Like,
Well, I didn't exactly have the bad experience, but I didn't exactly have a good either. It's like the
mhm.
middle bad good.
Yeah.
I do not exactly have a lot bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fine game. I do not
That's,
see me.
yeah,
I do not see. I will replay this game anytime soon.
yeah,
But it will. It's like one of those games like you maybe will remember one time and then you just forget and then you remember again and then
yeah,
forget.
yes.
One of those games, I think.
That sums up my feelings on this game perfectly. So because of that, I think it's better than Mario Land and Mario Bros. 2, but I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it's better than Color Splash.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay, so we agree mid D tier for this one.
Immediately.
Okay. And if you're new to our series and you're watching this on episode 2 for the first time, make sure you check out episode 1 so you know how we're, ranking this, But
Yes.
next up we got New Super Mario Brothers for the DS.
That was the first new Super Mario game, right?
Yep, it was, yes, correct.
It
Yeah. This. Ooh.
I do not
You
exactly
go
have a
first.
lot of experience. I do not exactly have a lot of experience, but I think I have played it on an emulator, like
Hmm.
maybe an hour, and I come to World 2.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I do not exactly have a lot to bring, but it's a fine game, I guess. Not
And
too
I
bad.
love this game. I need to say it out loud. I love this game. And I think people have always loved this game, but because of the new Super Mario Bros. Fatigue that we've gotten over the years, it's hard to look at this game with any satisfaction.
And yeah,
Because it added a lot. Because when this game came out, the last Mario Brothers game was Super Mario Advance 4. So you could understand how excited people were to see a new 2D Mario game since 1992, rather, coming out on a handheld system, which has always been Nintendo's strong suit. And
yeah, that have always been Nintendo's
Yeah.
strong suit.
and with the local multiplayer, the online multiplayer, actually wait, I don't think it had online. I think it just had local. The local minigame multiplayer was fun, the 1v1s, the minigames in general, the, like, breath of fresh air the control scheme got, and the graphics for a DS game, which were pretty phenomenal, really, really adds so much more to the Mario series than any other game in the 2000s really did, other than, like, say, Galaxy. But this, for the 2D side of things, this was a great return to form. And because of that, I would rate it high A tier. Do you agree with that? Like, above Mario Kart 8, but below Thousand Year Door.
I can agree.
Okay.
It was not,
Yeah, we'll put it right there.
for
Yeah.
me, it do not exactly have any mental value, but it was still a good game. It
Yes,
was not
it was very-
boring. It was just, well, it's a game you can just sit and enjoy.
Okay, next up we got Mario Kart 7 for the Nintendo 3DS system. This was fine.
It's been fine. I agree. I have played this game. Not super
Okay,
much,
yeah,
but
talk about it.
well, the experience I had was, well, it was frustrating in the first place, but
Yes.
the controls got used. I got used to the controls and not half bad. It's a fine game.
Yeah, it's generic.
Yeah.
They played it very safe, and when I say safe, I mean very safe.
Really.
They
Yeah.
went basic with it. They took out pretty much everything that made Mario Kart Wii special. The immense amount of characters, the immense amount of track designs, I wouldn't say immense track designs. I think Mario Kart 7 has some pretty cool tracks, but it just felt
Yeah.
like it's just the same problem that I had with 3D Land. I think it's better than 3D Land in a lot of ways, and I think it was a good hold off until we got Mario Kart 8 a couple years later. But there's no need to play this again. Like, Mario Kart 8 did everything right that 7 tried to do, but didn't really work well. Like, the car customization wasn't as good in 7. It was a cool idea, but it just felt like every time I customized a kart in Mario Kart 7, I was just thinking back to Wii, where I could be like, okay, I really don't care what I use, I just want to play and race against friends, that's it. So just let me do a preset and then select that. And I think that's something Mario Kart 9 should have, is a choice if you want to customize a preset, or just use a preset. Like, it'll give you the option to select a preset, or kart customization. I feel like that should be a good option. Because, like, newcomers to the series aren't going to be as jazzed when they're like, okay, I have to stop my time to make a kart that I really don't know what these wheels do. I don't know what this body means. I don't know what happens when I change the wheels. I don't know what happens when I change the gliders. It can be very overwhelming for some people, and I think it should just be set as an option.
Yeah.
And there were some needless exclusions from this game, like mission mode never returned in this game. They got rid of mission mode. I mean, and you could argue saying that Mario Kart Wii got rid of it, but we've only really expected it from handheld Mario Karts. Actually, I don't think Super Circuit had it, so just Mario Kart DS is the only game that had mission mode, but it would have been fun to see it return back. It would have been fun to see them actually do something new that didn't really feel like, oh, just turn Mario's kart into a propeller on the butt and then make it so you can drive underwater. Like that, I think those were the only two new additions. I mean, gliding was a new addition, underwater driving was a new addition, and car customization. But like, those don't really add to the experience. It makes for cool track design, but they didn't really take it in another way, other than in a couple of tracks, a handful. But I can't think of
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah, but they got rid of versus mode. Versus mode. This is the only Mario Kart game to not have a versus mode in it.
Oh,
Um,
that's really.
yeah, that was pretty bad. The online was the only saving feature about this game. The online was great. I loved the online in this. They
Yeah.
really did better than we somehow. Hmm.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other issues. The music was phenomenal. I loved the music in this game.
And that was some good music.
It definitely did have some memorable tracks, like DK Jungle was one. Rosalina's Ice World, we still haven't seen that one return yet. Um, what else? Those are the only. Music Park which is a staple in Mario Kart. Um, I can't really think of many others. Probably the weirdest roster in a Mario Kart game I've ever seen. We had, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad, Wario, Honey Queen, and then Wiggler, and then Metal Mario. Um, don't get me wrong, I like them, but like Metal Mario, you couldn't have brought back like Donkey Kong Jr. I mean, actually, that's a bit of a long shot, but Metal Mario is like literally you could have just made him a costume if you really wanted to. You didn't really need to add Metal Mario as a character. It would be cool if he was like a power up, like you get the metal suit as a item box item, but it just felt like he wasted a character slot. I mean, yes, he was in Mario 64, yeah, he was technically a character, but he was more of a power up than he was a character. He doesn't really have a personality. He's just Metal Mario.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm ending the talk about Mario Kart 7 off of Metal Mario, but whatever, we're doing it. Um, I would rank it low C. I would rank it below
Yeah.
Super Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Circuit, and Mario Brothers U. I would rank it all below those. Do you agree?
Oh. Mm,
And if you want to switch
this
some
one is.
stuff around, be sure to tell me, because I will.
Well, I will say this. For me, I do. I enjoyed Mario Kart 7 little more Super Mario Wii U, for my opinion.
Really? You enjoyed it more than Mario Kart 8? What? Oh, we're
What?
gonna have some problems.
No, the Mario Kart Wii,
Oh, we haven't ranked
Super
that one yet.
Wii.
We haven't ranked that one yet.
No, that what the game called? What
Mario
the
Kart
game
Wii?
called? No, not that.
Oh, New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I can agree with
Little,
you on that. I can agree with you
it's
on
a
that.
little
Yeah.
higher, a little
Yeah.
higher. Just a bitsy
Yeah.
for me.
Okay, yeah.
But
Okay.
otherwise, it can stay. Yeah.
Next up, we have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Who,
That
baby?
one's just that one's just a disappointment. I
It
never
is.
played the game,
But
but
you
it's
know
a
the stories.
disappointment. I know the
I
stories.
I got this game. I got this game November of 2021. I want to say it was either 2021 or 2020 that I think it was 2020 because Mario came out in '85, right? So it'd been yeah,
Hey,
35 years
oh,
late because this game came out for the 35th anniversary of Mario. So,
yeah,
but from all the different collections we've gotten over the years from Nintendo, um, like the Kirby's Dream Collection, that was probably the best one out of all of these Nintendo collections. Had imagination to it, it had actual effort put into it. Even Mario All-Stars got like a complete reboot of all the NES Mario games. with
Yeah.
updated textures, and it even got ported to the Wii at some point. But
Oh yeah, I remember that.
this had no imagination into it. They didn't add anything new to these games that could have made them better other than graphical enhancements. Like, the
Yeah,
only
that was.
thing that Mario Sunshine got an upgrade to was being put in widescreen. It's still
Yep.
in 720p.
Yep. Was
I
disappointed.
Mario 64, I believe, is updated into 720p. Actually, it might even be 1080 if I'm wrong, but I think it's 720. But they didn't even widescreen it. They could have at least done something like that. But they didn't,
Yeah.
like, they
I
could have
basically
added
did.
so much, they could have had so much creativity into it. Mario Galaxy I was happy with on this one, because it was updated to 1080p. Honestly, it almost looks like 4K. It is gorgeous looking on the Switch. The gyro sensor is very easy to use in the Galaxy, thing, because, we don't have the Wii pointer anymore, so you gotta use the gyro. A lot of people didn't
Oh,
like that, but I didn't mind having to recalibrate it over and over again because I already, got it in a muscle memory. But why not Galaxy 2? Why not Mario 64 DS? Why not Super Mario 3D World? Which we did later get, but why not Super Mario 3D Land? Why not, so many... Actually, I think I just named them all. But why not,
oh,
more? You ended it with a soundtrack. You're like, okay,
oh,
so we
that.
got these games on here with a couple of enhancements. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Add a soundtrack. Like,
Yep.
what? You could have added a museum, and even the UI in the game is so blasé. They literally just copied and pasted PNG clip art of the box art itself of each game and just plastered it on the bottom. It, um, it was fine for what it is, but it just could have went with more, and that's the issue with it. It's not terrible, it's not bad, it's just, why not do more? It works, it's okay, it actually brings more light to these games. I'm actually glad that they're acknowledging Mario Sunshine for once, but why not
Yeah.
do more? Why not go all out, like most Nintendo All-Star games have done?
Probably was
I don't know.
super lazy at that
How
point.
would you rank this?
Well, I do not exactly have hand-on experience, but the thing I have seen is it's fine. It's not
So,
bad.
we're saying
I,
fine is C, like average, so do you think
yeah,
it's better
C.
than all of the C's? Because I would.
It's better all the C's. Like
Yeah.
probably the best C.
High C. Ooh, I have a feeling you're gonna have some opinions on this one. Next up, we got Paper Mario and the Origami King.
And it's also one of the games I didn't have a chance to play because I do not have a Nintendo Switch.
I will say this, it is better than Color Splash and Sticker Star combined. But
Yeah, I can agree.
it's still not Paper Mario. It still is not Paper Mario. It's
Don't really teased you with the partners. They make kinda partners, but not
yeah,
really. It
yeah.
really pissed me off.
And the bosses are also not imaginative at all. We
Oh,
fight a Crayola set. That is a boss.
yep,
We fight
I know.
a thing of colored pencils. And the fighting system is so weird with the bosses.
It's like
I,
reverse.
yes, it's weird. It feels very slow. It feels like when you're about to fight a boss, everything just halts. The pacing just stops. I don't have much to say about this game because I didn't really play it all. I I did like it, I didn't enjoy my time with it, but I would never replay it again.
It's one of those games you just play one time to just leave it.
Yeah. I
Like,
wanted to give
you
it a
will
chance because I
remember.
had faith in Paper Mario, but... Mm.
People are losing faith, and do not blame those people.
Hmm.
Do not blame.
Like, the last 4 Paper Mario games we've gotten are Paper Mario and the Origami King, which is, I'd say, a B. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam,
Yeah.
Sticker Star, and Color Splash. That's not really the best track record. 3 of those games were
No.
god-awful.
Yep.
Actually, no, 2 of those games were god-awful. But, I'm gonna rank this low B. How do you plead?
Well, no, I think about it, I agree. Low B.
We're skipping the Mario Party games because they're all basically the same. So next up we got, actually, one of my favorites, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. For the 3DS. I don't know if you ever heard of this one, because it really went under the radar for a little bit.
Oh,
But,
don't worry, I have heard about this one.
oh, okay, good.
It have been some time I have seen the game's gameplay, but I have heard about it.
This game's first half is incredible. It's amazing. But oh my god, did they stretch the length out of this game so much longer than it needed to be. This game is almost 2 days long for me. It took me so long to beat this. Actually, let me search it up. How long does it take to beat Mario and Luigi Dream Team? 40 and a half hours.
Damn, that. Oh, God.
That's almost 2 days.
Yeah, almost 2 days.
And it takes you 57 hours to do 100% completion of the game.
Oh.
Now, let's compare it to, say, Superstar Saga. 18 hours. That's insane. Going from 18 hours to 57. Oh my god.
What were they thinking?
I know. But damn it if I don't love what this game does in, like, the first half. It drags on, but the world they build in this game is incredible. The music's incredible. The story is but it works for me. It's memorable, at least. The boss, the big baddie, isn't Bowser for once. I mean, Bowser's in it, but he's really not the big baddie.
No, he's
They have,
nothing
huh?
was a half-die character, Bowser.
He,
Like,
possesses Bowser and, like, uses him.
all right. Yeah.
But the world building and, like, the backstory for Pillow Island is really cool, and I like the way they do it. And, like, you really do feel this feeling of, like, something happened here. Like, it was almost like I can't believe I'm making this comparison to a Mario game, but it almost felt like the Shining Hotel. Like, you felt something off as soon as you landed at this place. But, I liked the dreamy Luigi stuff, like those Luiginary attacks, I believe they were called, where you could, like, form Luigi up into, like, a ball and then drop kick him into the enemies. It was cool. I like they actually did try with the platforming stuff in this game, because in Superstar Saga and, what was the DS one called? I
What
can't
was the
remember.
DS?
There was 2
Again.
DS ones now that I think about it. There was, Bowser's Inside Story, but there was the other one with, EGAT in it. What was it called? And Baby Luigi and Baby Mario.
Partners in Time.
Yes, Partners in Time. If you compare it to those 3 games, it was very difficult to understand where the characters were in correlation with the world around them, especially if you're like jumping onto a log or something. But this game did it fine because it did it better, actually, in fact, because there was a lot more 2D platforming in this than three-dimensional, and it didn't. You never felt stuck in this game, and at least in my experience, I never felt stuck. I always felt like it was a little obvious to us how to get there, but they tried with this, and I'm happy. I am happy. I would at least put it in high A. I think it's better than New Super Mario Brothers and the rest behind it, but it's still not as great as Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
A lot of people will disagree with me on that. A lot of people will disagree with me on that because to some people this is the worst in the series. But might I say, Paper Jam exists. So, oh, and look what's next! Mario & Luigi Paper Jam! F. I don't think we need to talk about why this game sucks, and, why...
Yeah, I know, and it mostly damaged me.
This game is awful. It was honestly meant to be the only thing that would go in this F category. Mario Kart Tour is supposed to be E, I don't know why it's an F. But Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, it's not enjoyable, the battle system's stupid, the visuals are pretty cool, the ending's pretty cool, that final battle is pretty cool, but oh my god, is there no effort placed into this game? Jesus.
Yep, and that really, really emotionally damaged me.
It's so bad. They completely ruined... Because Paper Mario is a complete... Yes, they're both RPGs, and they're the only two series of RPG that Mario games have right now. Or Nintendo in general have right now. Other than, like, say... I don't even think Final Fantasy is Nintendo, but...
No, it's most of my partner company.
Yeah, but, like, Paper Mario and Mario & Luigi are two very different RPGs. Very different. You might think they're similar. Yeah. In some respects, they can be, but with the way they've gone and over the years, and the way they've taken off,
too much.
Yeah, every game they differentiate each other, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I can't even put into words how bad this game is. But God. Next up, we got Mario Party Superstars, and the rest of the Mario Party games on here I do want to talk about, so we'll talk about this one. But, have you played this one?
I have heard of this game, but I have never seen the game. I can literally say nothing about it.
Okay, well, I got a lot to say about it, because it's the best Mario Party we've gotten since Mario Party, say, 5. I love the hell out of this game. Yes, it has some problems. Yes, it's just a port, but man, is it fun. It really is. It brings back every bullshit objective that you have to do in the original Mario Party games. And, it's what I wanted out of Mario Party in the top 100 that we didn't get. This game takes all of the good boards from Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3, and the best minigames out of those games. I think it adds some new ones as well. But, it adds insane graphical upgrades. The music is remixed to a good liking, to the point where it still stays faithful to the original soundtrack, but also upgrades it to another level. And the gameplay is amazing. And they don't go all out with the characters like they did in Super Mario Party. Like, Super Mario Party had, like, Pom Pom and all sorts of out there, like Monty Mole. Like, no, we don't need a barrage of... I would prefer a little bit more character selection in this game, but we still have the bare essentials and a couple of extras thrown in there too, like Birdo, I think's in here, Rosalina. It's a modernized version of Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, and arguably 4 and 5, that still is somehow enjoyable, even though it still has the bullshit that we are used to in Mario Party. And for that, I'm putting it S tier. It's, not as good as Mario Kart Deluxe, but it is definitely a game that you should be getting on Switch right now. It's fun as hell. It's probably going to be the definitive Mario Party until the next one comes out, whenever it will. We probably won't get one for a while, because this game came out about a year ago, so...
It usually takes, like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years before a new Mario Party comes out.
And I think this is the 15th Mario Party. That's crazy to think about. Next up, we got Mario Party DS. Most people have never played this game, and it's a shame because this one's pretty fun. Like most handheld Mario Party games, it lacks in a lot, but it adds so much more. It's not your normal Mario Party. It has a story mode, it has amazing mini-games, it has enjoyable and lively boards. I don't have much to say about this one, but it's at least a low A tier for me. It's what I wanted from... When I first heard that 3DS was getting Mario Party games, I was excited just because of this game. This game's awesome. This game brings a lot to the table for a reason. It brings a lot of reasoning to want to actually come and play a handheld Mario Party game, because in all fairness, this is the only Mario Party game I would play on a handheld. Every other Mario Party handheld game is either god-awful or just unenjoyable for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so you probably don't have to say anything about this because you probably never even heard of this existence.
No, I have heard of its existence. I have never done enough research. I gave anything to the table.
That's pretty fun. But next up, we probably do have a game that you want to talk about: Super Mario Maker for the Wii U.
I do like that game. I do like it. We like it.
We kind of already explained how we feel about this game in the last video, because we talked about Mario Maker for 3DS, but,
yeah.
So I don't know if there's anything else we can add to this. We talked about, the gamepad's use of the, level creator, the immense amount of modes other than just playing levels and making levels. We had the 100 Mario Challenge in Easy, Expert, Medium, Hard, Super Expert, and then we had the Endless Mode, I believe. We had a bunch of other modes that I completely forgot about, but were there and I have memories of trying. It didn't have a story mode, which is why I think Mario Maker 2 is a little bit better, because it does, in my opinion, improve everything that Mario Maker 1 didn't really have. Yes, it lacks a lot of basic necessities most new Super Mario Bros. Games, or any 2D Mario game, would have in their courses. Like, slopes was a big issue with some people, but we ended up getting that with Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker 2 is basically just an upgrade and a little more.
Yep. So, we already talked about most of these games, so if you want to know our opinion on these, go check out the last video. But, we didn't really talk about Mario Maker 2, so we'll do that in a second. But Mario Maker 1, I'll put it...
It's a high 80.
Above all of these. Honestly, Mario Maker 2 is going to be an S tier, and I know that for a fact. There's only one thing I really want to talk about from this game, that we haven't even said already. The Mario 3D World game style. This would be SS tier if it wasn't for that game style. Yes, it's cool that it's in here. Yes, I like making levels with it, but oh my god, can you not do that much with it? Most of the stuff that they tried to implement into the 3D World game style just didn't really work out in creating most levels. Like, I still think the definitive one to use is Mario Bros. U. I think that's the best game style to make creative choices with. If you want to make a generic level and go all out with, like, one stage element like most 3D World levels do, then that's the game style for you. But you can't use any other option or course part from the other game styles in this game style. This game style is by itself. It actually has its own section in the menu. It's I don't like making levels with it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game for it. It improves everything that Mario Maker 1 didn't have and makes it better. And because of that, I don't think we're getting a Mario Maker anytime soon. I think this is the definitive way to play Mario Maker out of all three that we've gotten.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got Super Mario Advance, Super Mario Bros. 2. Ooh, baby. I don't care for it.
That was that remake of
It
the
was,
Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, it was, because there was 4 Super Mario Advance games that came out on the Game Boy Advance. Each one would be a collection, of 2 games. One always being Mario Brothers arcade game, and a NES, or SNES, 2D Mario game. This one's my least favorite out of all of them, if I had to be blunt. It feels like baby mode most of the time, and the compressed audio does not feel as satisfying as playing this on SNES. Or NES, rather, one of the two.
Yeah.
I don't care for it. I don't like the art style either. If everything feels decolorized for some reason, it feels like it lost all of its color. It's not a bad game. It is definitely not the definitive way to play Mario Brothers 2, but it isn't it isn't the worst way to play this game. I would reckon the worst way to play this game is on the Switch emulator. But for that, I would put it. Actually, do you have any opinions on this game?
Not exactly.
I put it low
It's
C.
just it's a mid-fine game, I guess. Yeah, low C it deserves.
Okay, next up we have the original Super Mario Bros. 2. I don't have to say any more other than that it is top S tier. It is great.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Oh my god, this was such a good game. Because if you think about it, we went from Super Mario Brothers to this. And there is no part that resembles Mario other than Mario himself and Peach, Toad, and Luigi in the Mario franchise at that point. This was like a completely different game than what Japan got. Because Japan didn't get this game. This was not Japan's Super Mario Bros. 2. Japan's Super Mario Bros. 2 was the Lost Levels, which is the worst game I have ever played. It's awful, but oh my god, was this game good. It was... Oh man. It added so much. Every aspect of this game was an addition compared to the first game.
Yeah.
The ability to throw enemies, you can't stomp on them anymore. That doesn't exist in this game.
Well, you pick them up and throw them to the ground.
Actual bosses, other than just like avoiding Bowser most of the time.
Yeah, the only boss I can say sucked is the final one. That was kind of disappointing for me, but otherwise, great game.
Yeah.
I have played the game on the NES Classic.
Okay. So yeah, this is really a game you have to play to understand why it's beloved. But next up we got, actually, we'll rank all of these together. Where is it? It's gonna be in here. These 2 games are in here. Oh, I think we're missing a game. Yeah, we are. Okay. Well, whatever. One less Mario Party is fine. So next up we got Mario Parties 1 and 2. I was gonna put 3 in here, but it's not in here. Unless I'm blind, but I don't think I see it. These are all practically the same game. They don't really add much other than new mini games and courses, or boards, I should say. But it's Mario Party. These are the definitive ways to play Mario Party. If you want to get a good Mario Party experience, either play Superstars or Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. They are definitely the ways to play Mario Party if you want. They couldn't, I mean, if you think about it, they couldn't really change much, but these games came out within a year of each other. Mario Party 1, I believe, was 98, and then I believe Mario Party 2 was 2000, and then Mario Party 3 was 2001. Which was actually the last game to release on the N64, Mario Party 3. By Nintendo, at least. You have any experience with any of these games? Mario Party 1, 2, and 3?
Well, I do not exactly have any hand-on experience, but I have seen some gameplay. And
They're
the
fun.
game it looks fun, especially you have friends with, and you can, you can mess around.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're all going in A tier for me. They are definitely the definitive way to play Mario Party. Actually, I would put them over here. Yeah. Okay. Actually, let's get out of order for a little bit. Let's go to Super Mario Run. How about that? Let's rank Super Mario Run.
No, yes, no, I don't care with that game. That game can burn in hell, do I care?
Okay, I don't think it's that bad. The only problem I have with it is the lack of, like, originality and the price point. If you want to actually play this game thoroughly, you have to pay $10 to play,
Money,
like, in
money.
portions. It's just a mobile version, honestly. If you're playing the World Tour mode, it's just a mobile version of New Super Mario Bros. U. Um, I played this game for a good while though. Playing I would like at least once a day I would play a Toad Rally. And then once Remix 10 came out, I did that like once a day with Toad Rallies, and I probably played this game for a good year before like saying, "Oh yeah, I forgot this game exists." But yeah, it's D tier. They really played it too safe with this, if
High
I have to.
ET for me. High ET.
Oh, high
You heard me.
E! Oh, I don't think it's
Yeah,
that bad. What? Okay,
for me too.
explain your
For
mind.
me
Explain
too.
your mind.
Well, now the game came out when I was younger, before I even had a credit card, and the same time I tried to play the goddamn game. It's like no, 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 you need to goddamn pay. Yeah, goddamn pay.
See, I don't think it's that bad.
And that has ruined the experience for me.
Um, okay, can we at least agree Lodi?
Okay,
Because
Lodi.
I don't think it's worse than Mario Kart Tour. I think Mario Kart
Okay,
Tour is arguably
that
worse.
I can agree on. That I can agree on.
Same with Mario Maker
That's why I
3DS.
want to put. That's why I want to put like high ET like the first place, but I can agree on low DT. Just
Okay.
make sure it's the lowest of the
Yeah.
DTs. I mean DTs.
Mm-hmm. So, next up we got Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Sure. This game
It's a good
exists.
game.
It's okay.
Good.
Before Paper Jam came out, though, this was the worst in the series. I don't think
Yeah.
it's definitely not worse than Paper Jam. Far from it. But it's lacking. I don't really remember much about it, and that's the problem. It's not memorable to me, other than that, like, small appearance from EGAD, but...
Yeah, it's
Ugh.
low C.
Yeah, low C for me. Just because of the fact it's not memorable. It's just practically Superstar Saga if Baby Luigi and Baby Mario are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser and Minions. Huh. Interesting. So, First, we'll rank Superstar Saga as its own thing, and then we'll rank Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions as Bowser's Minions because they're practically two games in one. So, starting with
Yeah.
Superstar Saga, what do you think of that game?
It was a good game.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It had loads of originality.
It had the original, yeah.
We kind of actually already talked about this game. The battle system is perfect, incredibly unflawed. It doesn't have any problems with it. There are a couple of points where you really do need to use your brain. It has amazing comedy. I love the writing of this game. The art style, it really utilizes the terrible Game Boy Advance graphics very well. The music, incredible. Actually, our earliest intro uses the battle system music, from this game. The earliest intro we have for our channel uses the battle system music of this game. This was also another Game Boy Advance game to have Mario Brothers for no reason. I don't really have much to say about this game because it's pretty much like every Mario and Luigi game has the same controls and the same feel, apart from Paper Jam. But yeah. So there's really not much to say about all the other Mario and Luigi games that we haven't said already about them. Because when you want to rank a Mario and Luigi game, it really comes down to, is the story good? Does it look good? And does it feel memorable to you? Those are the three things I really think of when I'm ranking one of these games.
Now, should not forget about the battle system also.
Yeah, the battle system. Ooh, great. Love it. Now, Bowser's Minions. I haven't played it. I haven't played it.
I have played it, and it's most of my brain dead thing.
Really? It's bad?
It's bad. Is it super bad? Is it worthy of the FT? No, but I want to say around ET.
Really? It's that bad? Okay, so since it has Superstar Saga still on it, how would you rate it then? Would you put it C? Because remember, it's not just Bowser's Minions. It's both games in one.
Well, the game alone, like, we're rating the both of the game, don't like DC game. DC.
Okay, low C or high D?
Low.
Would you say it's worse than Mario Run?
It is low D.
Low D, man. So it's worse than Mario Run and Mario Brothers 2? New Super Mario Brothers 2?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, at least for me, I don't even remember the game.
Yeah, I remember when it got announced in a Direct, and then I'm like, wait, that came out? Because it ended up getting a sequel, and I remember seeing the sequel announced. I'm like, oh yeah, that one. Now let's go in like a reverse order. We'll go low to high, because I don't know why, spice it up. Mario Clash for the Virtual Boy. That's an F tier. Moving on, we got...
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Mario Clash.
We don't need to talk about it.
We don't talk about Bruno. So, moving on to Super Mario Galaxy 2. Actually, we'll rank Super Mario Galaxy 1 first. Let's do that. So, what are your thoughts on the first Mario Galaxy game?
The best game, in my opinion.
By unpopular opinion, I think this game's B.
What? May I ask why?
Okay, so, let me start by talking about the good things of this game. and then I'll go into things that I think are kind of bleh when it comes to the game. Um, number one being the originality that this game has. There is no other Mario game other than Mario Galaxy 2 that is like this one. It definitely has a feeling when you're playing it that you don't get this feeling playing this game in any other Mario game. And I enjoy about that. The music, the score, the overarching, like, feeling that you feel when... Actually, I just said that. The music, the music in this game is just great. I can't emphasize enough how much the music really like, you feel empowered when listening to Gusty Garden. You feel empowered when you hear that Rosalina's Comet Observatory theme. But,
Yeah.
other good stuff, the galaxies. There are some good galaxies in here that actually look appealing, feel appealing. But that's it.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else better. I can't think of anything else. I don't like the controls of this game. It feels very stiff and slow compared to Sunshine. Sunshine, it feels like you're still going. Like, I love the dive. I hate that they got rid of the dive. I understand why, because, you know, the spherical platforms thing. But, like, when you're... the simplest thing of, like, having the stop to long jump, like, you don't have to actually physically stop moving Mario to long jump, but when you start the long jump, you're, like, paused for a second, and just that tiny pause feels like it's, like, draining your entire pace with the controls. I understand why the controls were so simple and slow, because, you know, they've never really worked with an engine like this for Mario walking on spherical platforms, but just a dive would have been cool. Or, like... I mean, the spin attack is cool. Honestly, the spin attack's awesome, but that also slows down the pacing, I feel like. If you're, like, trying to get some speed going, and then you just spin jump, it stops. You completely halt in place. It's just a double jump, essentially. A worse double jump. I don't want to keep talking about this game because people are gonna say, "You fucking idiot, you son of a bitch, you goddamn Satanist." I think it's at least B tier.
Okay. Well, you want to hear my side
Yes,
of
I'll
the
hear
story?
your side.
Well, first thing, in the 3D aspect of all the games, for me, Galaxy 1 is the best for me. And you have already made some points, like the music and the worlds and the galaxies.
Okay, actually, I do want to add on something that I didn't say about the galaxies. I
Yeah.
don't like them. I don't like shooting to
Oh.
random galaxies out in space. Because, like, I like feeling in one place. That's why Sunshine's my favorite, because you're still in that area. All the worlds in that game are the same theme, but they do it in a different way. They go so much with the creativity that they all feel different. Like, if they didn't go creative with it, Serena Beach would feel like Gelato Beach, and Gelato Beach would feel like Bianco Hills, because literally 3 of these worlds in Mario Sunshine are beaches. And then the rest are either, like, grassy shores or Noki Bay. But, Mario Galaxy, it feels like it's starting to take that turn into 3D land, where it's just a bunch of random themes placed into a random set of worlds. And frankly, I don't really care for it. I'm not saying that I didn't like any of the galaxies, but I can say confidently that there are some, like, really throwaway galaxies out there that really could have done some updates to it. And I didn't like I didn't like when they just threw, like, random black holes there, like, that's not how that... I mean, I know it's a Mario game, but, like, come on. And most of these are feeling like nitpicks, but, like, I don't like going from Good Egg Galaxy to Honey Hive Galaxy. You see where I'm coming from? I'm not saying they're bad galaxies, far from it. Honestly, they're the most enjoyable in the game, other than Gusty Garden. But the transition, there's no transition because you're out in space.
Yeah. Are you done?
I just broke your heart. I just ripped
Not
it
really.
out and shot it with a machine gun.
You did kind of damage me, but I like that thing. For
Long
me,
story. Wait, what? Sorry.
for me, now I go inside another galaxy. It's like I'm moving from space into another, basically moving to light years away to different galaxies.
Which
You
I
get what
do
I
like that
comment.
feeling. I want to say on the record, I do like that feeling of shooting from galaxy to galaxy.
Yeah.
But I just prefer, I'm not saying it's bad, far from it, I'm just saying I, as a person, prefer to be confined in one big island, or world, whatever. I don't like
Okay,
going from grass to desert to ice, I don't like that, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't like being set on a linear path, either. Yes, you could argue that some Mario 64 levels and some Sunshine levels are set on a linear path, but you don't have to stay on that path. Galaxy, you are confined to do this one objective, and it takes away all the magic, in my opinion, of what a 3D Mario game should feel like. But this game has its own magic. It creates its own story, and it has like this own atmosphere that creates its own magic, so it really differentiates itself from other 3D Mario games. Because this game is magical. I'm not saying that it's not, because that would be a complete lie. This game does add something to the 3D Mario formula that does give it a lot more oomph and a reasoning for why people love it so much. But it's not the reason why I like 3D Mario games, if that makes sense.
I do get where you're coming from, but for me, I enjoy that feeling.
Mhm.
Moving to place.
Yeah.
But I also understand where the linear path goes. Like, you are forced to do one
Yes.
objective and you need to switch stars or do different objectives. I do understand. That's really annoying. I do have some I have some problems with it, but I
Mhm.
got extremely used to it. But I do understand you at that part.
So, I think it's better than all of the stuff on A tier, now that I really think about it.
Yeah.
I think it's better than 1000. Actually, I don't think it's better than Mario Maker.
It's definitely not better than Mario Maker, but for me it is better 1000 Year Door. I can agree with that.
Okay. And then now moving on to Galaxy 2. It's exactly Galaxy 1, except more linear, less space.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I think it's better.
Really now? Yeah,
I
so
think it's
different
better.
opinions.
I think
I don't.
fixes... It doesn't fix all the problems that I had with Galaxy 1, but it fixes most of it. And for me, I prefer Starship Mario over the Comet Observatory. Yes, I like looking at the Comet Observatory more. Yes, I like running around the Comet Observatory more. But for what the game is trying to do with its linear and, you know, the whole world map thing, Starship Mario just makes more sense because with how linear the game is, you're not going to want to run around and explore. And the Comet Observatory felt like they just placed random spots in this space station, and it didn't feel like they blended it all in with enough, or bad grammar. But Starship Mario, it felt like, hey, I'm gonna run over this little bridge, over Mario's ear, with him having, like, draining water out of his ear. It was weird. But, like, every time you would do something in a world, something would happen in Starship Mario, and it was fun to go find out what that did. I think it works in the controls a lot better. The controls are still completely the same, 100% the same, no changes. But with how much more linear this one is, and how much more of a two-dimensional game this is, I think the controls work for it a lot more. I think they worked in the level creation a lot more with how stiff the controls feel.
I forgot to say something. I
Oh.
enjoyed the controls in Mario Galaxy, but that's just more my opinion.
Save.
I actually
Okay.
do enjoy.
So,
But for me,
what was that?
Mario Galaxy 2 is not appealing for me. I never.
Why?
I can see why people can enjoy the game, but it's not for me.
What don't you like about it?
It's hard to explain, but okay, how I can explain this the best way I can explain it. I just have this every time I try to pop in the game and play it just casually. It's like I get this weird feeling like, nah, this game's not for me. Because it's fun. How I am bad at explaining things.
It doesn't add
Basically,
much. Is that what you're trying to say? It doesn't
yeah,
add enough?
yeah, it doesn't add enough, and no, now I probably know what's the wrong with it. It's just feels like a clone, but it's
Yeah.
just more added content. The bottom just changed a few things, but
Mm-hmm.
it still feels like a clone. It's not bad, but it's not a game I do not want to play. It's just a
So,
game that
yeah, because Mario Galaxy 2 came out about 3 years after Galaxy 1, and Nintendo developers stated that these were ideas that they wanted to put in Galaxy, but just did not have enough time to put it into, or just couldn't figure out how to integrate them.
yeah.
And they had so many to the point where they're like, hey, just make a full game off of it. I like Yoshi. Yoshi was a saving point in this game for me.
Yoshi was a good thing, I will say.
I
But
would put it S
otherwise,
tier. I would put it S tier, but you're not gonna let that happen. So I can
no.
compromise. I can compromise
Release
with a
A.
mid A.
Mid A agreed. I
So do you
originally
think
wanted
it's?
to put it on.
I think it's better than Mario Land Deluxe or Mario Bros Deluxe and Mario Golden Coins, but I don't think it's as
But
good
then
as Mario Kart 8, Mario Brothers, or Dream Team.
I originally put my Galaxy probably probably highest BT, but I can agree. Middle A. I can agree.
Okay, fine. Okay. Next up, we have Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. It's S tier. I don't think I need to explain why this game's S tier.
You don't really need to explain. It's
Yeah,
just a good game.
it does everything Mario 3D Land did right and adds more to it, and it fixes everything it did wrong as well.
Yeah.
I
It also
love this
had
game.
an original. Yeah.
The multiplayer was a big selling point for this game. Oh my god.
I remember the time I was
That
a
crown.
jackass.
That goddamn crown.
Oh, I
Oh,
know. I remember being the
oh,
biggest jackass. He just stole the crown all the
yes.
time.
So, if
My
you've never
friends
played
was
this
the
game,
same.
so in the multiplayer of this game, you would play through the story mode, and every time you went into a level, you would find out that you are competing for points. And at the end of the level, they would tally it up, and then whoever got first place, the most points, won a shiny crown. And if you kept that crown to the entirety of the next level, you would get an extra 5,000 points. This was such a good decision. It was such a simple addition, they really didn't have to do it, but it made the multiplayer 100 times better.
Yep. Just a simple addition could change so much.
Yes. Literally, you could be the biggest douchebag in this game.
Yep, I was.
Oh my god.
You have no idea how many times I killed my other friends or screwed them over. You have no idea.
This is a game that you really need to watch on the Game Grumps channel. This game was what made me start watching them. Cause, oh my god. The start of a friendship, and then the last episode, it's like they want to kill each other. Like,
Yep.
this game changes so much about the world around you. You get so pissed off at this game for no reason. Oh my
No, the only reason you get pissed off is actually your friends, not the game. Your friends, and some people just blame the game.
God, this game's good. The world map is the only flaw that this game has. They could have did more with it. They could have did more with it. The world map was an open world thing. Like, you had to actually run to each location in the world map. And I liked that. But they just didn't do enough within the world map. There were little secret pipes you could find, there were little bonus stages you can find.
Yeah, that was basically.
They didn't do something that was integral to the world map itself, other than adding pipes and secret passages.
Yep.
To other levels, but that's the only thing that's keeping it from SS, because Bowser's Fury is SS. This game is incredible. Bowser's Fury alone, yes, it's only 2 hours, maybe 3 hours at most if you want 100% it. But, oh my god, it's what I wanted from Mario 3D World the first time I saw that terrible trailer.
Yep.
And not only that, but it makes Mario 3D World better than it already was. By adding online, local multiplayer with friends, they colorized the stamps for no reason, and added like a 3% speed increase.
Yep.
This game is fast. Oh my god, and it's refreshingly fast. It makes the game feel a lot more fresh, it makes the game feel a lot more quicker, because yes, we have played the Nintendo knows we played Mario 3D World a billion times, so the last thing we want to do is spend more time on a stage that we probably didn't really care for to get to a stage that we do care about. And Bowser's Fury is what Mario 3D World could have been if it was a 3D platformer. Or not a 3D platformer, a 3D sandbox game. Like most Mario 3D games. This is the first open world Mario game. Drink that in. Yes, you can say that you could argue that Mario Odyssey was open world. I mean, I guess you could say all of them are open world, but this one, you don't actually have to run to a location to go in a certain level. You're in the level. Everything is there. You are already in the level.
Yep.
And not only that, but every 30 minutes, or actually more like 10 minutes, Fury Bowser takes a shit all over your party and just starts dropping spikes and heavy metal from the air and starts breathing like profuse fire at you.
Yep. He was really pissed off that day.
Yes. Like, if you didn't know it was if you weren't paying attention to the game and all of a sudden everything just turns black and like and it's like shit just starts happening, it can be intimidating. Because Bowser in this game is the coolest I've ever seen Bowser. He is heavy metal. He is intimidating. It's almost matching with Smash Brothers Bowser. Almost. Very close, but not yet.
Okay. But it's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there. Oh man, I forgot to breathe. Next up, let's talk about... There's some of these games that we really don't need to talk about. Like, we don't need to talk about, Mario All-Stars 25th anniversary. We don't need to talk about Mario World All-Stars. We don't need to talk about those. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong from 1985? 84? I don't remember. Oh god, this is concerning. I don't remember. The game to start Donkey Kong. And ironically, you don't play as Donkey Kong.
No,
It's like, you go
you
into an
play
arcade,
the
it's like, oh my god, Donkey Kong, I get to play as an ape, I get to play as an ape, I get to play as an ape, oh my god damn, it's a
finally,
bummer.
like finally, I can be an ape. God damn it!
Yes!
It's a stupid fat plumber.
I have to, okay, and then you're like smiling as you run over to the arcade machine, you put a quarter in, you're still smiling, it's that face, and then it's like,
Yep.
you see Mario, and you're like, you start moving him, you're still doing that smiling face, but you know inside that you're dead. And then you're like, okay, this could be fun. And then you get to the top and it's like, I probably smashed him with that hammer. So it's like, in your mind you're thinking, so I don't get to play as an ape, I have to kill the ape, and I have to kill him profusely in a gruesome way by dropping him off of a construction site multiple times.
Yep. Ah,
Nintendo, don't take my money anymore.
Nintendo wants money.
Yeah. But I just explained the entire game. It's an endless arcade game that has you platforming over 25M, 75M, and the boss level. Over and over and over again.
Yep.
It has not aged well, but it's still fun.
It's still a classic.
It's... Actually, what would you say?
It's a good game, but
It really isn't.
But it does have
It's fun.
flaws, a lot of
Yes.
flaws, but it's fun. You can technically say it's classic, but
Yeah.
it does have flaws.
Mm-hmm. Because it's really not a game, it's more of like... I mean, I guess you could say, well, I mean, what defines a game? But it's not a fully fledged game. It is still an arcade machine. It still only has, like...
Give
I
it
don't think
some
people really
slack.
pour their heart and soul in it.
That
Yeah,
was
it's still
back in
bland.
the 1980s.
But what do you expect from an arcade game? I mean, arcade games today are, like, insanely in-depth. Honestly, it kind of scares me how in-depth they are. But... I would say...
Give it some slack. It was from an early time.
Yes. I'm not
I
sure
want
how
to
to
say-
rank this.
I want to say like C, D. It's not bad, but it's not deserving a
Great.
D ranking.
No. I think it's better than, Color Splash. But I think it's worse than
Yeah.
Partners in Time.
Yeah.
So put it low C.
Yeah, low C.
Okay, next up we have Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. F tier. Okay, so now we have Mario Kart...
My God,
yeah, Mario Kart. Yeah, I don't need to talk about Lost Levels. It's just the first Mario Brothers game. If it was terribly, like, made... I can't even... If I talk about this game, I'm gonna go on, like, a rant for an hour. Just know that it's the worst version of Mario you can play to date. It's... bad.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to Mario Kart Wii, a really good game. It's Mario Kart Wii. I mean, I think people know about this game enough to have opinions on it. You go about this one. You go about this one.
Well, first of all, it's literally the first ever game I have played on the Wii because you know that we have the what's it called?
The Wii
It's
Mini?
literally... No, not the Wii Mini. That
Wheel?
That sucks. Yeah, the Wii Wheel. Like, I got the bundle. I think I got the bundle. Yeah, the bundle. Not that it existed like a bundle. I don't remember. But I remember I got it my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I played the shit out of that game.
Oh, yeah. The graphics are awful. I think this is the worst looking Wii game to date.
Yeah,
but that doesn't
I
mean
can
it's
do
not
it.
fun. The tracks are imaginative.
Yeah.
There's only three main problems I have with this game. Number one, the balloon battle.
Yeah. The
Balloon battle
balloon
sucks.
battle.
I don't know why Nintendo
Yeah.
hasn't gotten that yet, but they need to stop with the way they've been doing balloon battles since this game. Number two, the retro tracks. I love the selection, but dear God, do they look bland as hell. If you've ever played SNES Mario Circuit 3 on the Lightning Cup in Mario Kart Wii, you will know what I'm talking about. Because it literally
Oh,
looks like, hey, what if I extended up the blocks in SNES Mario Circuit 3? They didn't change
yep.
any factor of any track at all. They literally just hit Control C, went over to Mario Kart Wii on another desktop window, and hit Control V. Somehow the graphics are still the same from each console that these retro tracks come from.
Yep.
I don't understand it. And number three, how to unlock each character.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh my god. You
I
could
went
spend days, potentially weeks, trying to unlock just one character in this game.
Yep.
Rosalina's a bitch. Dry Bowser's a bitch. Funky Kong's a bitch. Baby Luigi's a bitch. What else?
Yep. All of those bitches.
No, Diddy Kong's easy to get. You have to, race on a track at 50cc and get a star rank. I think it's the
Alright.
Lightning Cup. But, like, I think to get Dry Bowser, you need to get at least a 2-star rank on a certain mirror track. No, I'm getting a seizure just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And everything else this game does, it does well. The cart, system, the bikes are awesome. The bikes were the best, addition into the Mario Kart series. Even though they would never later reuse any asset that they started in this game with the bikes. Because the bikes end up just being carts in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, that's basically reskins.
Yeah.
And, well,
But,
with its special. Yeah.
damn it, it's fun. It is fun. It really is.
It is fun. It's
And
really
it's
fun.
bullshit,
I even have
too. This game is
Yeah.
bullshit. But that's what makes it fun, because if you're in first place, you will always get hit by a blue shell every single race, sometimes even 3 times.
You
It's
literally get
bullshit.
ass raped each time you get to first place.
But this
I
was
remember
the first Mario Kart game to not have rubber banding, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Mario Kart DS might not have had it, but I'm pretty sure this might be the first game to not have rubber banding in it. Because obviously Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart Super Story, they all definitely had it. Double Dash definitely had it. But I'm not unsure about DS, and I'm unsure about the arcade game. But I like the bullshit, so I'm putting it low A tier.
Yeah, no way, dude.
I don't think it's better. Actually, I don't think it's as good as. I think it's better than Mario Land 2. Here, well, let's do some switch ups. We can put Mario Land 2 like all the way low A, because I don't think it's better than Mario Kart Wii. I put it next to Galaxy 2.
Yes, my Galaxy 2.
Some of these games we really don't need to talk about, like Mario Advance 2, Super Mario 3D, or Super Mario World. Let's just talk about both of them, because they're both practically the same game.
Yeah.
Whatever we rank Mario World, we'll rank Advance to lower than it, because it is not the definitive way to play Mario World. It has the same problem that I had with Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Advance 1. It decolorizes everything. The compressed audio is terrible, and it feels like baby mode. But it's still enjoyable, and I still like having Mario Brothers in there. But Mario World, I'm more of a Mario 3 guy. Because there is always the aging question, what's better, Mario World or Mario Brothers 3? I still am more of a Mario 3 guy. Mario World is okay. It is not the best game in the series, but it's still fun. It's still enjoyable. It still has life to it. It introduces us to Yoshi. He might not be the best in this game. He might not really be that cool, but it's still fun. Yeah. What do you have to say about it?
Not a lot to say about it. It's a nice game.
It's okay. Yeah. It is definitely the definitive Mario game on the SNES, if I had to say so myself.
Definitely. Yeah.
I would put it above Mario Brothers Deluxe, but between Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as good as any of these games above an A tier. But I do think it's better than the Mario Parties, Mario Bros. 35. I think it's better than all those. And then Mario World on Game Boy Advance is just a B tier. It's a low B. It doesn't add anything new. It doesn't. It does add stuff new, but it's not helpful to the game. Honestly, the worst of the Mario Advance games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm just gonna let you talk about this one. Next up, we got Paper Mario.
Oh, Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Or
I got nothing to say
Mario.
that I've already. I have nothing to say that I've already said already. So I'm gonna let you talk about this one.
Well, how to start with this beautiful glitchy mess, and yeah, it's quite glitchy. It's not 100% glitchy, but you trying to find glitches, you will find glitches. Okay, I say that in the first place. But otherwise, it's a really good game.
Mhm.
It's not the perfect game. It does exist flaws, and I do not remember the flaws, but I do know there exist some flaws I do not like.
Yeah.
And it really, how to say this, really it was the beginning of it. Them treating it more some RPG 2, RPG 1 game. I'm treating it more RPG 1, but it still had this paper aspect. You see more the 1000 Year Door. It was sort of a combination. It was sort of a mythical evolution of Mario RPG and Mario 1000 Year Door. You can basically say the story was great. The world was also great.
Yes.
But
Goombro, or what's the little Goomba's name with the blue hat? Goombro? Goombario, that's right, yeah. He kinda got on my nerves. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I understand that.
But
sometimes
there was just a special feeling when playing this game. So because of that, I think it's S tier.
Agreed.
But it's not better than any of the games in S tier.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
It's like probably one of the lowest STs you can put in the game or games. But it's still extremely good. It's actually the game I actually have the most fun of the Mario series, actually.
I can tell, because you went apeshit over 1000 Year Door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we went from an S tier to a potential rotten, like Gordon Ramsay would say it. It's frozen.
Yep.
Mario Party Star Rush. F. It's a big fat F.
It's a big turd.
It's rotten. It's Rolton. I hate this game.
Yeah.
I'm blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, we don't really need to talk about that. It's just know it's terrible.
Yep.
Sadly, this was the first experience I had with a 3DS Mario Party, because Island Tour is so
Oh
much better,
God.
but
Oh.
they're all bad. Okay. I'm gonna, like, just rearrange, I don't know, like, get it, like, more mixed out. I don't know. Okay, come on. Yep, there we go. Yep. I don't think this is doing anything, so whatever. Next up, we got Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. SS
Okay.
tier.
Okay, I say this. Good game, and you for rant because I do not have too much to say.
This
The
is
only
my
thing I
favorite
will
game
say,
of
you
all
know,
time.
yeah.
It's great. It's awesome. The dog is
Yeah.
having a spasm attack on the floor.
God damn it, dog. Stop having that. Stop having a
He's
spasm
like
attack.
rubbing his back on the floor.
Well,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good. I don't know why he's doing that. Okay. Probably feels good. But, am I cross-eyed? I don't think I am. Oh, whoa, I had to focus. This game's amazing. This was the game that I was expecting to put on SS tier immediately, because it has so much originality, so much love and thoughtness put into it. It is just great to play. There's only one problem with it, and that's the death perception. Death perception in this game is off the charts. You do not know where you are when you're jumping from, like, in that lava area. When you're jumping from plank to plank, it is very hard to tell where Mario is at that point. Because remember, this is a SNES game, so
yeah.
it really didn't really have the best shadows, so yeah. I'm happy this game's getting remade. Square Enix, thank you so much. But damn it if this isn't a fun time. You will never deny having a bad time when playing this game. The
Oh,
characters,
definitely not.
the story, the comedy, the writing, Geno, or Gino, whatever work you want to call him. It's
Yeah.
SS tier. It's SS. It's super sexy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now that the cool mountain music just started playing, we're gonna rank Mario 64 on the
Oh,
N64.
Mario 64.
This game has not aged well. I have to say that. But honestly,
Yeah,
I
that
played
is.
this way too much to the point where I can't really say how I feel about this game. I played this definitely more than 15 times. It's...
Yeah. It's just a instant classic.
Yeah, but that's all it has going for.
Yeah. But it does have some.
It has a lot of flaws. The controls aren't top-notch, the graphics are definitely not top-notch. The levels are definitely not top-notch either. The only reason this game is so infamous is because it was one of the first 3D platformers ever.
Yeah.
This was one of the first games to actually utilize the N64 or any 3D console that had 3D capabilities right.
Yeah.
But the controls are terrible. Actually, they're not terrible, they're just bad. The graphics are terrible. But this game has an infamy for being very fun. It is a fun time. It's very tedious. Some levels will get on your nerves. But so long, Gay Bowser. I mean, come on. This game kicks ass. It's not S tier, it's not A tier. I think it's a mid-B. I think it's obviously better than 64 DS,
Yes,
But I don't
definitely.
think it's as good as, say, Mario Kart 64 or Super Paper. I think it's better than Super Paper Mario, but I don't think it's better than Mario Kart 64.
Great.
Why is the dog licking his asshole? That's disgusting. Hey, stop it!
It's a normal thing at dogs. Don't
Yeah,
worry
but
about it.
he's like putting more oomph into it. It's gross. Nasty. Okay.
It's a dog. Leave it be.
Okay. Next up we have Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
I cannot say nothing against this game. I have seen so little gameplay. I cannot say nothing.
What? Are you serious? You've never played Mario World 2?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
my god. Well, it's
Yes,
an
I know.
SS.
I
You
know. I have been.
Satanist.
I have.
You are a demon, and you must be sentenced to hell. This is one of the greatest games ever made. I still think Mario RPG is
Okay.
better than this one, but this is definitely top 5 greatest games of all time. Not just Nintendo, of all time.
Okay.
This game kicks ass.
I I I I cannot say nothing.
And
I cannot give an opinion.
just because you can't say anything, I'm not going to talk about it. Because it is definitely an experience that you have to witness for yourself. You need to play this on
Okay.
Switch.
Well,
You need to play this on Switch. You need to.
I don't have a Switch. I do not have a Switch.
Why not?
I have been saving up, but I have not had the.
At
I'm
least get
not.
a Switch Lite.
Okay, fair enough. But the
Yes,
Switch
the
Lite do
Switch
not
Lite's
have the
awful,
top.
but God, you need to play this game. I'm not saying get a Switch just to play this game, but it's fun. And same goes for the advanced version of this game. That's an S tier, it's not SS because it's not perfect. They did keep the same issues of the compressed audio and the decolorization for some reason. It looks very washed out, but damn it, it's still fun. It's still enjoyable. Honestly, I think the music's a little bit better in the GBA version, but this game's awesome. I'm not going to talk about it because you need to experience it. But we have one more row of games left. And some of these we don't need to talk about. Like Mario Party Advance, we don't need to talk about that. That game's shit. We do need to talk about that. We do need to talk about those. We need to actually, we need to talk about like all of these except for like these last few. So we got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 more games we gotta talk about. Okay. Next up we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 game and Super Mario Advance 4. Mario Bros. 3. Thoughts?
That is a good game.
Yeah. It's better than Mario World, in
Wow.
my opinion. I'm one of those people. Mario Bros. 3 is A tier. It adds... or S tier, sorry. It adds, everything that would later become a staple in the Mario genre. The world map, the costumes, the Tanuki suit, the Hammer Brothers suit, even though we never saw the Hammer Brothers suit again. The
Yeah, that
Koopalings,
sucks.
Boom Boom,
Yeah.
the music, and Super Mario Brothers 4, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3 is even better, somehow. It doesn't wash the colors out. It adds
I'm thinking
50
right.
new levels. Actually, no, 40. It's either 40 or 50, but one of the two, that's still a lot of new levels for a game that is
Yep.
probably the same price as the NES version when it came out.
Yep.
The e-reader cards, oh my god, they gave you so much goddamn content. And if you buy Mario Advance 4 on the Wii U Virtual Console, which you can't do that anymore, but if you did, you would have got all of those levels right off the bat for the same price that this game came out for. That's
Damn.
crazy. For $10, you get practically another game inside of Mario Brothers 3. That's a bargain. Just for $10.
That is
And
that is a bargain.
just to put that in your brain, Super Mario
Yeah.
Run was the same price.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mario Brothers 3. It added so much to the Mario genre that we would later, like, recognize Mario games for. And I think it was, like, the biggest success that Nintendo got until they got to, like, the Wii again. Because the N64 didn't do so hot, the GameCube didn't do so hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We already talked about... Wait, we already talked about this game. Let's, where do we put it? I guess we'll put it in A. Yeah, what did we say about Bowser's Inside Story? It was A.
Say.
Oh, wait, no, this is Bowser
Bad.
Jr.'s Journey. Yeah, Bowser Jr.'s Journey was awful. I played that one.
Oh god. That.
Yeah, it was somehow it was better than Bowser Jr.'s or Bowser's Minions, but Bowser Jr.'s whatever it was called, Bowser Jr. I don't even remember. Was it Bowser Jr.'s Minions or Bowser Jr.'s Story? I don't remember. But it was awful.
You played Bowser Jr.'s, yeah, minigame. You basically played the same game with the other one, like the next to it.
Yeah, that was exactly what it was. It was better than Bowser's Minions, but it was still bad.
Yeah.
It was still bad. But a good game we're coming up to, and fits the song that's playing right now. Super Mario Sunshine! It's getting saucy!
It's a fine game.
What?
I have nothing to... it's just a fine game.
I'm going to find you.
It's okay. It's like... it's a good
I don't know
game.
Who you are. I don't know who you are. What I do have are a very specific set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for a man like you. I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and I will kill you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have played through... I have not played for the whole game, but I have played a good part of the game. It's just... It was But you can rant about it. Please do. Please rant. Convince me. Come on, convince
The controls,
me. I die.
the graphics. This game should not have worked. Because there's only one theme in this game, and that's beach. And every single level, there's 8 worlds in this game, and they're all related to beach. So on paper, that sounds like, hey, that's probably gonna suck and be completely boring. But no, they go so creative with it, to the point where they all differentiate themselves. And just God, this game! Oh, the feeling when playing this game is so good. The levels, the infamy that most of this game has, the bullshit that this game has, is complete bullshit, but oh my god, I love it for it. The pachinko level, the sandbird, the watermelon festival, all of it is so bullshit, but you can't help but remember it. It is engraved into your memory. The flood pack, the graphics. This was on GameCube. This came out 2002. Bowser's pussy voice. Bowser Jr. calling Peach's mother. Making Shadow Mario. The whole Sonic Adventure 2 spiel. Peach getting stolen later in the game instead of her being the goal. Judiciary system. Mario is thrown into jail. When have you ever seen that in a Mario game before? A game connected to Luigi's Mansion. When have you ever seen that in a game before?
Never.
Exactly, mofo. This game's awesome. It's not perfect, but it's awesome. It is easily the top S tier.
Really? Really? Really?
Yes.
I didn't get that experience.
You
It's a
didn't grow up
fun
with the
game.
only people that grow up with this game understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, it's probably just a thing you grow up with.
Yeah, because honestly, if you come play this game later on in life, you're not gonna understand it. Because there's a lot of bullshit in this game. It is not properly... The physics aren't properly done well. The bonking
Well,
mechanics after you dive. But the flood pack was... It was like playing with Cappy for the first time. I got the same feeling. It was such a good design choice to add the flood pack. And he is a fan
I
favorite.
can't say this. Have not got any one of those feelings. It's just a mid and oh god damn it, my word in. First, I want to say I never had the problem of the bullshit. I like bullshit games. You can look at me weird, but I do enjoy bullshit games. I can live with it, and I probably enjoy it more. I should do. I have
Okay.
problem. No, do not worry about me.
Okay.
But the game's just so mid for me.
It really is in reality. It's just... This game is special to me. It really is. It got me through a lot
Did
of
I
stuff
break?
when I was little that I really shouldn't have been going through, but oh my god, this game is amazing.
Did I break you a little bit?
No, you didn't. I love this game. I really do. But
Okay, I can understand.
I'll at least make a compromise for mid-A.
Not that low, I want to say, but middle S for me.
Okay. I
I
can
can.
definitely deal with that. So, it's better than Mario 2, Mario 8 Deluxe, Mario Party, Mario Maker 2, and Paper Mario, but worse than Mario 3D World, Yoshi's Island, Mario Brothers 3, and Super Mario Advance 4.
Well, you see here, this was completely me. I will put it in BT, but I only put in it middle S because for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's not a bad game. It's not a terrible game. For me, it's just high BT, but I can put it in middle S because for you, and I do not really care about Sunshine. It's a good game. It's just not a game for me.
Okay, I can say that. Now, next up we have Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh shit! I played the shit out of the game. Now,
Hey,
now I have
low
the
A.
friend.
Low A.
Well, I
Maybe
have the
even a high
friend.
B. I would say high B. One of the two.
I
Because
can
this
say
game's not
this. I
perfect.
had a friend. I played it with a friend, well, alone, and I had the chance to play it,
Mm-hmm.
and I just enjoyed the experience.
Yes.
Traveling to different countries, different
Kingdoms.
states, kingdoms, yeah. It's like, it's something I just enjoyed, something I could respect. The only thing I can say was not exact. How to say this? It was a little linear because you have to
What?
do a few things before. No, it was a
No, it wasn't
little.
linear at all. I don't think it
For
was
me, it
linear at
felt.
all. The Sand Kingdom, for example.
Yeah.
There was a choice to go down a linear path, but it wasn't needed. You didn't have to go down that path. There were little objectives to get a moon that were linear, but the game wasn't structured as a linear Mario title. It wasn't like Mario Galaxy 2 where you're thrown into the level immediately and it's like, okay, you have to jump from this block to that block and then switch over this to that. and then go in that pipe and then shoot in the launch star. It's like, no, you could run to a certain area that might have had a linear style platforming puzzle, but it wasn't forcing you to do that. You didn't have to do that. You could have went and like ground pounded a random part of the sand to find a puzzle, and then, you know, the moon would come out of the ground. That's a terrible example because that moon was pretty bullshit if you didn't know where to look. But the sense of exploration that this game has, the scale, every part of this game fixes the problem I had with Mario Galaxy. Except one part. This game has no replay value. Zero. Nada. It is a chore to play this game again. It's a chore. You actually have to try to want to play this game again. Which is sad because this game is so good. But you have to get 999 moons to get 100% completion.
Oh yeah, that truly sucked.
The true end of the game for me was when you passed the darker side of the moon. That was the true end. Because as soon as you got 999 moons, you just got that stupid postcard.
Yep. Nothing special, just a postcard. I can understand that.
It's high B. First time playing this, it's S tier. But then the replay value and the post game sends it down a lot.
To high B. Yeah.
Next up, we got Mario Kart Double Dash.
I have played this game, not bad, but it can really screw you over. Yeah,
yes, it can. The controls are still pretty bluff.
Yeah.
They could have went a little bit more with how they integrated the 2-person per cart thing, but they really didn't go all out with it. It was just, hey, you have to shoot that green shell now. Okay, make sure you're turning your stick left and right so I can get a drift going. Okay. Like, the person in the back was doing absolutely nothing other than helping drift and shooting items. And you had items very rarely in this game if you're playing on Mirror or 150cc, sorry.
Yep.
But they fixed the battle mode. This was my favorite battle mode out of all of the games, apart from like Mario 64, or Mario Kart 64, I should say. The character roster is incredible, probably one of my favorites out of the whole series. The replay value is immense, the multiplayer is great, but the controls are terrible. Actually, I wouldn't say terrible, they're just bleh. And I'd put it low A. Low A.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, we didn't really have much to say about that, which is surprising. But next up, we have Mario Party 10! F.
Oh,
F.
it's a game.
F.
It's a game. Yeah,
actually, wait, no, it's not F, it's E. It's a low E. Only because of the minigames. Only because of the minigames. The minigames saved at least something from this game.
It saved something to me. Not a lot, but something.
But we do have something to put in F. We do have something to put in F. Mario Party the top 100. Don't have anything to say about that other than it's horrifyingly terrible.
Yeah.
But Mario Party 10 is just bad. It adds nothing better because this game brought back the one thing from Mario Party 9 I hated, and that is Bowser Party.
Yep.
Where Bowser is stuck, and every time you roll a certain dice number, he unlocks a chain and then is set out of his cage. They did it differently in Mario Party 9. They went all out with it in Mario Party 10. That was like their big selling point. But oh my god, is it awful. And you're locked in that car still. That was another thing they brought back from Mario Party 9 that I also hated. The mini stars and being stuck in the cart. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Like, why? Why? Why, Hudson Soft? Why did you sell this game to these people?
Well, for torture.
Because ND Cube, I believe, made these games. From like I think it was Mario Party 9, 10, Superstars, Super Mario Party. ND Cube made those, I believe. Hudson was the ones that made like all the Mario parties before. But God, this game's terrible. Ugh. And while
Yep.
we're going at it, let's put Island Tour in here as well. That's also an E tier. It's definitely an E. It's better than say wait, where'd it go? Oh, it's definitely better than Star Rush. But oh
Yep.
my God, it's terrible. The boards are back in this game, but it's on a 3DS.
Ugh.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's practically Star Rush
Understandable.
minus Toad Scramble. And same with Mario Party 9. It's awful. It's better than Mario Party 10, but it's exactly the same game, just done slightly better.
Slightly.
Sticker Star as well. We're getting like all the E's out right here. You talk about
Yeah.
Sticker Star. You talk about that one. I don't have the stamina to talk about this game.
Well, it's actually one of the more complicated cases of, well, Mario, Paper Mario games lineup.
Definitely the worst one.
Here's the thing. It doesn't have any story. Literally any story.
No.
It just have one plot thing. Get crown, beat Bowser. Basically it.
Yeah. And it has that issue of pacing too. Like, this game is immensely slow, and it can be very difficult to figure out a puzzle. Like, they're needlessly difficult. Like, finding those, like, big paper stickers, the fans, and all those things, the stapler, the scissors, they're all, like, they can be really abysmal to find and figure out how to use. And God, this battle mechanics, oh my God. It's the same thing as Color Splash, except worse somehow. It sucks. It's rotten! We only have 4 more games we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Let's do... Wait, we already did Bowser's Inside Story. That was an A tier. And it was better than Dream Team. I don't know why it's not there. Mario Kart DS.
Not bad.
It's great. But that's it. It's just great.
It's just great.
It really is. I don't have anything to say about this game. It added the retro tracks. The way the retro yeah, you could argue that Super Circuit added retro tracks, but this game added them the way we knew them as.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do, and that was enough. It didn't need to do anything more. It did what it wanted to do, it did what they needed to do, it did what they set out to do. And that's enough for me.
Yeah, I would say it's around middle B.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's better than Mario 64 DS, but not as good as Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, and Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. Agreed.
Ooh, we got another E tier coming in the station with Mario Bros. Deluxe.
Oh God,
yeah,
that game.
baby. Okay.
Oh.
It's E tier.
It's E tier, yeah.
The game's playable, and that's the only thing that's good about it. It is the bare minimum it needed to be. And honestly, I would argue that it did not do enough. It did lower than the bare minimum needed. They only needed to add one more thing, and that would have been the bare minimum. They got rid of stuff that I enjoyed from Mario Brothers U. The boost rush, the only thing that's actually good in this game is the challenge packs. And those were already
Yeah.
in Mario Brothers U, and then the same ones.
Yeah.
Like, and Peachette, don't sell me that bullshit. No. Don't sell me that bullshit, game. I don't care about Peachette being this brand new addition. She's lame. She wasted an idea. And not only that, but it got rid of Blue Toad. So I'm mad.
Yep. Poor Blue Toad. Poor
Cast
Blue.
it away by Toadette, which I was fine with, but they just made her
Yeah.
easy mode.
Yeah.
Like, Peachette wasn't interesting at all because she was easy mode. You couldn't die as
Yeah.
Peachette unless you ran into a couple of Goombas, but, like,
That
if you were falling in a
unlikely.
pit, she would immediately jump up, I believe.
Yeah, it was like an outdoor thing.
She was like, what if Peach was in the game, but always had the flying squirrel outfit?
Yep. And the same
And
for not
actually, now that
forget
I think
about
about it, all of Peachette's power set is literally just Acorn Suit. You get gliding, and then you can do the boost jump, but then it's like, rant. It's like you go down faster after you do the extra jump. It is exactly the same as Flying Squirrel, and, even better, let's do a double jeopardy, you can actually become Flying Squirrel Toadette as Toadette. So then what the hell is the point of Peachette?
Well, easy mode, that's basically it. It only added one thing, the auto jump. Now you fall down the pit. That's basically it.
Yeah, this game's awful. I hate what it stands for. I'm so glad we're getting Mario Wonder. Oh my god, why did they do so badly with this? They literally did not screw up one Wii U port with the Switch up until this point. They screwed this up so bad. Oh, god. Pisses me off. Because this had so much potential to become something better. They could have at least added levels. They only added Peachette and Toadette and Nabbit. But Nabbit's easiest mode, as the game calls it, they literally say easiest when you select Nabbit. Because he can't die unless you're an idiot and fall off a cliff. But who's gonna play as Nabbit? I don't know. Okay. We only got one more game to talk about, and that is Super Mario Bros. Released in 1985. C tier.
Yeah.
Low C tier. This game can be tedious, annoying, there's no save stations, there's no limit to what you can do with the game. Wait, what did I just say? I don't even know what I just said. This game just is fine. It has not aged well. It does not control well. The only thing this has going for it is nostalgic value, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you're looking at this game with a critical point of view, it's blech. It's just meh. It's just average. And honestly, I would argue it's worse than Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And
it kind of is.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this game, unless you do. Do you?
Well, not a lot to say. The only thing I can say, it is a challenge, but that's the only thing I can say.
Definitely. It is definitely a challenge. But that's gonna do it for our tier list. We left out 4 games, but if we're going through these 4, we've already talked about one of them, and the others are just filler. Like Super Mario Bros. All-Stars 25th Anniversary is literally an exact replica of the SNES version, just on the Wii.
Yep.
Mario Brothers arcade game, we already talked about that enough, with the advanced games. Super Mario All-Stars in Japan got a 3D world, or not a 3D world, a Mario World port onto it, which pisses me off that we didn't get that. This was a Japan exclusive. They got Mario World and Mario All-Stars together. So that would make you get 5 games in one package, and most of those are pretty good games. And then there's Mario Party Advance, which is a horrifying mess. I honestly hate what this game does. It's awful. But
Yeah.
that's going to do it for our second episode of the PaisanoCast. Next time, we will be talking about something, but we'll discuss that at a later date. I will actually have to tell him off camera. But, that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and check us out on Spotify if you really wanted to see a visual component. Make sure you follow us there. And also check out our gaming channel. We do a lot of gaming stuff on there, daily uploads. And I'll see you all in the next one.